Story time, hopefully one part. I'm gonna try to go as fast as I can. So I wanted a tattoo by this artist who I love, who's very talented on Instagram. This is nothing to do with her talent as a tattoo artist, just kind of the business practices that I've dealt with over the last 24 hours. So booked a consult with her a couple months ago. Consult was non-refundable. It was $180. That was listed on our website. That's fine. I paid that. We had a Zoom consult on Friday. I showed her these reference photos as to what I wanted for a half upper arm sleeve. We kind of talked about it a little bit. I said I wasn't really picky on what kind of flowers I wanted. I wanted the fox to look like he was running. Foxes are my favorite animal. I said I wanted some watercolor on the fox. The flowers were just gonna be whatever she thought would look good. She then proceeded to tell me, after I had already booked I paid for the consult, she told me that she had these 3 options for her design fee. So she charges a design fee to design her tattoos. So the first option was $1,500 plus tax, and you get a concept sketch, and you can make one minor change and then a final design that you'll review. The option number 2 was $3,500 plus tax, where you got 2 concept sketches and a couple changes and a final design review again. And then option 3 was $6,000 plus tax, where you would get multiple sketches and lots of reviews and lots of changes and like a canvas of your concept. At first I kind of thought that that price was going to then be taking it out of the final cost of my tattoo, but then I find out that it was not. I was still kind of blindsided, didn't really know what to say. She asked which option worked best for me. Obviously I picked number 1 because like it's super expensive. And she had these pictures, so I was confident that she was going to make me a beautiful piece. So Monday rolls around and she sends me this. This is her concept sketch. It is nothing like what I sent her. It's nothing like what I wanted. I emailed her immediately to tell her that I wanted a full fox. I wanted a tail. I wanted the fox to be the main feature. I wanted to be less flowers, more fox forward. And I said, I know I picked option 1, but this isn't what I had asked for with my pictures I sent you. She said that if I wanted another sketch, she was going to charge me the difference between option 1 and option number 2, which is $2,260. She said it was my fault that I wasn't clear that I wanted a full fox. But like, honestly, these are the 2 pictures I sent her, both full fox, both in the same position. I don't know how much clearer I could have been. She didn't ask if I wanted a full fox. I didn't think I had to say I wanted a full fox. There's gonna have to be a part 2. So part 2 of fox tattoo. So here's the email where she tells me that I didn't tell her that I wanted the fox to have a full fox, even though I sent her 2 pictures saying I wanted the fox to have a full fox. So you can pause to read. So now I've paid her $2,695, the consultation, the design fee, plus $1,000 deposit for my actual tattoo date to book that. And she's telling me that she wants another $2,260 in order to just redraw my sketch, even though I told her, I sent her the pictures and showed her exactly what I wanted. She's saying it's my communication skills and that I didn't communicate exactly what I wanted. So you can pause to read my response to her, where I tell her that I don't think it's a good business practice and that she should make her clients aware before they book a consultation that you're going to ask for a design fee on top of the tattoo fee. So then she kindly comes back and tells me that I can do this option where I just pay for option 1 again for another $16.95 instead of the $22.60, and she'll make me another sketch. So again, I'm just trying to make her understand that I wasn't aware when I booked the consultation that I was going to have to pay this design fee. And then I think that I urged her to put it on her website that she was going to charge people this before they booked in with her. And so she sent me this response where she says that it was an optional fee. And I was never told that that fee was optional. She presented me with 3 options, asked me which one I was most comfortable with. I should have walked away at that point. That's on me. I'm that person that will eat the wrong meal that comes to me at the restaurant and thank you for a bad haircut and all that stuff. So honestly, that is on me. But I feel like she could have been clear from the get-go. I didn't know there was an option 4. She never went over option 4. She 1, 2, 3. Those were the options that she gave me. Then she goes on to say that regarding my reference material, that it looks the other foxes, she didn't like the position they were in, and the one looked like it was scooting when they get an itchy back end, which I'm really sure that the artist that made those tattoos would be happy to hear that that's what she thinks their work looks like. And that, like, if it's my financial situation that I can't afford to pay for this redesign, then I should maybe like look at getting a tattoo in the future. It's not that I don't have the finances for it, it's that I can't give her any more money when I feel like I wasn't she wasn't upfront with me from the beginning. So then I call her out for not telling me that there was a fourth option and asking her if she's going to give me a refund because I didn't get that option from the beginning. Sorry, there's going to be a part 3. Okay, part 3. I hope this is that part. I'm sorry. I hate different parts, you guys. So so then she says, like, am I saying I would have rather have not seen the design ahead of time, and we would have ended up in this same situation where I didn't like the sketch? And you know what? Maybe that would have happened, but at least I would have still had my $1,600 that I paid for the design. If I'm going to end up in the same situation anyways, I'd rather keep my $1,600 and see the design day of and decide I don't like it then. And then she says that she's been sweet and patient with me and that I've made nasty comments, which I didn't call her any names. I just told her I didn't agree with the way that her fees were explained and that it wasn't made clear that there was a fourth option and that we could have moved forward without paying the design fee. And honestly, I did really want a tattoo from her. She's a great artist. Her Instagram is beautiful, and I was excited to get a tattoo. And when I thought that I had to pick one of those 3 options or not get this tattoo that I've been looking forward to, I did pick option 1. I did. And like I said in my last video, that's on me. So she says she is not going to refund me anything. She's not going to give me her creativity for nothing. That, 10-minute sketch of that fox that she sent me that looks nothing like the pictures I sent her. She wants to be paid for that, and she's keeping all my deposits and everything. So I just explained to her that, like, I don't think I'm being nasty. I just feel like, I want to be heard. I don't think that she was clear. I would have picked option 4 if I knew that that was an option for me. And the fact that I paid her $16.95 for that fox sketch, I feel like is good compensation for her time. But I think that the $1,000 deposit that I gave her for my tattoo session, that is not going to be happening. I would like that returned. It would also be nice if she would take some responsibility to say that I forgot to tell you about option 4, or I should have asked more questions during the process. Like, she's the professional. She designs these tattoos for a living. If she didn't feel like she was clear on what I wanted, I would have preferred more questions. We met for half an hour on Zoom. I was supposed to get a 45-minute consultation. It only took half an hour. She had 15 more minutes to ask me more questions if she thought she needed more information. I just didn't feel like I can't read her mind either. I didn't know that I had to tell her I wanted a full fox tattoo when I sent her full fox pictures, and I said, I guarantee if you had sent me a beautiful sketch of a full fox, we'd probably be moving forward and I probably would be getting this tattoo. But unfortunately, we're in this situation, and I'm out $2,600. So I wanted a tattoo by this artist who I love, who's very talented, on Instagram.
I guess it was only a matter of time before somebody else came out with a story about this same artist. So I'm gonna share my story about how I was basically scammed out of $4,000 from this same artist. She's in Cambridge. I guess I'll start with, I didn't read the reviews about her, so that's on me, whatever it is. And I don't even know if there were bad reviews at that time, because it was actually 2021 that I booked my consult with her initially, paid my $180, and yeah, we had a consultation that I wanted my shoulder and up into my collarbone here. So I have birds that I wanted covered. And so she, at the time, she only did phone consults. So over the phone, we discussed the design, floral and that sort of thing. And she quoted me $1,700 for that tattoo, again, going here and up to here. And she said 50% deposit due, so $850. So I e-transferred her the $850. Now, almost immediately after I got pregnant, so we had to postpone. And then when I was not pregnant, she said she had a head injury, so blah, blah, blah. Anyways, appointment time finally comes, and it's December 2022 now, okay? And a few days before the appointment, she calls me to go over the design. And she says, hey, I'm not gonna be able to do the birds. Like, I can't cover it with the design, so we're just gonna do the shoulder. And I was like, well, that's not what we had discussed and what I was quoted. And so I gave it some other suggestions about like coming up to my neck and that sort of thing. And she said, if you want to change the design, then you have to pay a whole new consultation. Now keep in mind, this is right after she changed the design. She said, if I don't like the new plan, I can cancel and I would lose my $850 deposit. Yeah, she was quite rude. And so obviously I felt completely obligated to go to this appointment. Wasn't gonna be a huge tattoo, so it should be able to be done in one day and be out of there and never have to deal with her again. That was not to be. So a couple days later, the appointment comes. I show up at 9 a.m. appointment time. And this lovely human doesn't even start until close to 1 p.m. She tattoos me for 2.5 hours, gets the outline done, and then she says that she has to leave to pick up her kids. I'm gonna continue this in part 2.
Story time.
Part 2 of my experience with the artist, the Fox design artist who scammed me basically out of $4,000. So where I left off in part 1 was that she had tattooed me for 2.5 hours, got the outline done, and then said that she had to leave. So I knew I was gonna have to come back for a second appointment. So we booked it for in January. And then she says that she charges a daily rate and that I owe her $1,900 for today, for 2.5 hours. I was there at 9 a.m. and this was about almost 4 o'clock, or that she's saying she needs the $1,900. And I said, you quoted me $1,700. She says, I didn't quote you anything because it was a phone consultation. So it's my word against hers at this point. She says, I didn't quote you anything. And I said, but you asked for 50% of the cost, which is $850. And that's why I sent you the $850 deposit. She said, nope, that's just my deposits. I charge a daily rate. So if you don't want to have the cops called on you, you need to pay me $1,900 today for 2.5 hours worth of work. When I was there at 9 a.m., willing and very much ready to get my tattoo done in that day. So I paid her $1,900 because that $850 deposit, oh yeah, that doesn't go towards the $1,900. That goes towards your last session. Okay. So at this point, I paid her $180, $850, and now $1,900 for an outline, 2.5 hours worth of tattooing, actual work. At this point, I have kind of 2 options. I can cut my losses and stick with this outline 2.5 hour work, maybe get it done by someone else for $3,000. Or I come back, get it finished, and I know that she's gonna ask for that additional $1,000. So I said, okay, well, I'm gonna go back and I'm just gonna tell her I'm not paying her any more money. I'm gonna get it finished and then tell her I'm not giving her any more. $3,000 is more than enough. So that was my plan. I went to the next tattoo appointment in January, and she does about 3.5 hours more work, just over 3 hours, to get it finished, get the details. Now I'll show you what it looks like so you have an idea. So this is the finished tattoo, okay? Just goes up to about there. So she finishes that tattoo, okay? 3 hours. Go to part 3.
Story time.
Okay, part 3 of the $4,000 tattoo debacle. I'm gonna wrap it up here. Where I left off is that she had finished my tattoo And so she had done just over 3 hours more work. In total, about less than 6 hours work. Here's the tattoo. I told her I'm not paying any more money. You have $3,000 already. She says if I don't pay, that she's going to call the cops. I leave. She calls the cops, of course. And not only that, she takes my driver's license with my personal information and she sends it to every tattoo artist that she knows and tells them that I don't pay and tries to get me blacklisted. All these tattoo artists are sharing on their Instagram stories my driver's license and saying that I skip out on paying and I'm a criminal. I'm getting people messaging me saying, hey, this is you. What's going on? Anyways, I talked to the cop, or the cop calls me and I explain the whole situation and tell him, no, I did pay her. And so he says, okay, I understand. This is not the first complaint that he's had or first issue he's had with this artist. Multiple people have had issues with her. He says that, as absolutely awful as it is what she's doing and immoral, legally, I do have to pay her what the balance is because she can make up whatever prices she wants. She is not doing anything technically illegal. So of course I immediately e-transfer her the balance. So at this point she's got $4,000 for less than 6 hours of work. Now at least I have a tattoo. I'm happy that I have a tattoo and not just a crappy drawing of a fox, but it's also $4,000. I tried to share my story about her on Facebook, my experience, and she threatened to sue me for defamation. I had multiple people, same sort of situation, but it was on Facebook. I had shared my review and people were doing reviews on her shop, bringing the shop down, and it was down to like 1 star as well. She went and had all of those reviews deleted. And she had her shop blocked for a while. Again, she got that all sorted out and then just went on her merry way, scamming more people. I backed down about sharing my story because I was scared. But I am sharing my story now so that hopefully no more people get scammed like I did and like this other person did. And other people as well have reached out to me with similar stories. So yeah, definitely avoid her. Don't make the same mistake I did.
It's hard to believe I'm walking through the ruins of the first ever city, because I'm not. That's in Iraq.
I was Googling her name and a couple websites came up. This one is hilarious. Trending due to the services that she offers and her experience and talent. She's actually trending because she's a scam artist and a piece of...
Story time, hopefully one part. I'm going to try to go as fast as I can. So I wanted a tattoo by this artist who I love, who's very talented on Instagram. This is nothing to do with her talent as a tattoo artist, just kind of the business practices that I've dealt with over the last 24 hours. So booked a consult with her a couple months ago. Consult was non-refundable. It was $180. That was listed on our website. That's fine. I paid that. We had a Zoom consult on Friday. I showed her these reference photos as to what I wanted for a half upper arm sleeve. We kind of talked about it a little bit. I said I wasn't really picky on what kind of flowers I wanted. I wanted the fox to look like he was running. Foxes were my favorite animal. I said I wanted some watercolor on the fox. The flowers were just going to be whatever she thought would look good. She then proceeded to tell me, after I had already booked I paid for the consult, she told me that she had these 3 options for her design fee. So she charges a design fee to design her tattoos. So the first option was $1,500 plus tax, and you get a concept sketch, and you can make 1 minor change and then a final design that you'll review. The option number 2 was $3,500 plus tax, where you got 2 concept sketches and a couple changes and a final design review again. And then option 3 was $6,000 plus tax, where you would get multiple sketches and lots of reviews and lots of changes and like a canvas of your concept. At first I kind of thought that that price was going to then be taking it out of the final cost of my tattoo, but then I find out that it was not. I was still kind of blindsided, didn't really know what to say. She asked which option worked best for me. Obviously, I picked number 1 because like it's super expensive. And she had these pictures, so I was confident that she was going to make me a beautiful piece. So Monday rolls around and she sends me this. This is her concept sketch. It is nothing like what I sent her. It's nothing like what I wanted. I emailed her immediately to tell her that I wanted a full fox. I wanted a tail. I wanted the fox to be the main feature. I wanted to be less flowers, more fox forward. And I said, I know I picked option 1, but this isn't what I had asked for with my pictures I sent you. She said that if I wanted another sketch, she was going to charge me the difference between option 1 and option number 2, which is $2,260. She said it was my fault that I wasn't clear that I wanted a full fox. But like, honestly, these are the 2 pictures I sent her, both full fox, both in the same position. I don't know how much clearer I could have been. She didn't ask if I wanted a full fox. I didn't think I had to say I wanted a full fox. There's gonna have to be a part 2.
TATTOOGATE update. After I found out that her $1,500 design collab was possibly just traced from someone else's photo, I told you guys more stuff was gonna come out. And here we are. Thanks to this user right here, they posted this video. This is a tattoo by the tattoo artist that's scamming people on these design collabs. Take a good look at it. This states tracers love to flip images and think they'll never get caught. Now take a look at this image. User stated that someone had done like a whole compilation of images that a tattoo artist allegedly traced. And they noticed one as the sticker they had on their computer. So look at this image, look at this tattoo. Now we're gonna do the other image flipped. You guys, is she just typing into Google, dragon, fox, and copying the first one that pops up? Because just look at the head on this one with those whiskers. But boom, right there. Now I also want to state there's a lot of people, I don't know if they're tattoo artists, who they are very upset that people are upset over the tracing allegations, stating that everyone traces. I think number one, people are upset because she's charging $1,500 minimum to $6,000 for the design collab. And this money doesn't even go towards the tattoo. If you're paying this much money, you're expecting like an original tattoo, or at least if it's a trace, it's only parts of the image. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not 90% of the image. Secondly, obviously if someone wants a Mona Lisa, that's a trace. The person expects you to do it exactly like the Mona Lisa. But speaking just for this customer, she did not ask for anything to be traced. She did not ask for a specific image. And there is a video of her finding out that this may have been traced, and she was upset. For $1,500, get more original. I also expect the artwork, if it is traced, to look exactly like this, because I want something that I can hang up in my house for that much money. Can't even imagine I really hope no one ever paid her $6,000 for a design collab. Stay tuned because I am sure there are going to be more things coming out.
I wanted a tattoo.
TATTOOGATE. You may have seen this ever-developing tale of a tattoo artist swindling people out of money, running a scam, selling people the most expensive traced sketches. I want to fix this. I've been working together alongside my sponsors H2Ocean and my manager Jennifer Lee, and we are going to fly this young woman out to Los Angeles, California, and I am going to tattoo this fox. And because she's already out multiple $1,000s, we're going to do this for free. That's right, completely free. I really just want to fix the wrong that has been done, and I also love tattooing foxes. And she also came across very honest and genuine, and she's a mother, and it's Mother's Day. So thank you, Jen Lee and H2Ocean, for helping me make this happen. And stay tuned as I update you through the process. And happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there.
TATTOOGATE update. Ooh, it's juicy. Guess who just got an email from Lindsay Joseph's lawyer? It's me. I'm the lucky one. It's me. So I've come to you, my TikTok family, for advice. Please help me. What should I do next? So just a quick summary of the letter that I received. Basically it's regarding false and defamatory statements posted on TikTok videos. It's claiming that I defamed Ms. Joseph by incorrectly asserting that she has engaged in dishonest business practices, scammed me and other clients for financial gain, and has had police complaints made against her. She's saying that my inaccurate and defamatory statements have and continue to cause significant harm to Ms. Joseph's reputation and business interests. So she requires that I immediately and permanently delete the videos on TikTok, as well as any other location that I have caused them to be posted, and publish a mutually acceptable and agreed retraction of all defamatory statements, and issue a public apology for the harm that I have caused her. Otherwise, legal proceedings will be commenced against me without further notice, including claims for damages for defamation and all her legal costs. So that's it. I am confident that everything that I have said in my videos is completely true, and I can back it up really as best as I can, but it was my experience with her, and I'm just sharing my experience. Nothing that I've said has been untrue or maliciously defamatory for no reason. I don't know if that's the right term, but I'm not good with all the legal jargon. So TikTok lawyers, what do I need to do? Do I need to get a lawyer? Like, where do I go from here? Okay, thanks, bye.